another episode of the I Can Do It podcast. Today I have a great guest, fellow comedian Matt Leblanc. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. Now, you are originally from Boston, correct?
Correct. Boston, Massachusetts. Home sweet home.
All right. And you moved to Kansas City in 2005 to play independent league baseball.
I did. I had a bad falling out though. I pulled my tricep, couldn't even continue.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And then you just decided to stay in Kansas City, right?
Yes, such a beautiful city here. Just everyone's so nice and calm and a lot different than the East Coast.
Yeah, the East Coast is a little intense, definitely.
Oh, we're definitely intense.
Now, you got into comedy in 2012. Your friend brought you to an open mic, and he said you had a great voice. Probably your accent he was referring to,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
You just got on stage. Tell me about that a little.
yeah, so we were just sitting at work and everything, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, after work, we're taking a ride." So I was like, "Oh, all right, where are we going?" It's a comedy show. Can't go wrong with a comedy show. So we drive along and everything, and I'm realizing this is an open mic thing. I'm like, "Oh, is he going up? Okay, cool." So next thing you know, he hands me this piece of paper. He says, "You're next in 5 minutes." What? What do you mean? I'm not ready for this. He's like, "Dude, you're from Boston. You talk funny. Anything you say is gold. Just go up there and start talking." And I just compared Boston to Kansas City, and it worked.
Nice.
And then I just got addicted ever since.
I would have been terrified. My first
I
time
was nervous.
my first time on stage was in front of, I think it was a sold out crowd of like 325 or something like that at Dangerfields in New York City. Yeah.
Oh.
I had done like my brother's, like he used to throw these parties and I would just do comedy there to like entertain the drunks and everything. And
Yeah.
And then it was a whole different ball game then.
Yes, indeed. I can only imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
And this whole COVID-19 thing has definitely affected comedy. I've done a lot of Zoom comedy shows. Not so many in-person shows going on right now.
Yeah, not at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
It is. It's pretty depressing. I got pretty depressed. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to quit comedy. I'm going to quit the podcast. Just fuck it all.
Exactly. Fuck it all. It seemed to be the average pill, the average person to take during all this, the fuck it all pill.
Yes, definitely the fuck it all pill. And I talk to a lot of comedians, and they're in the same freaking boat. I just want to say, fuck it.
Oh, hell yeah. You know, it's like I was doing so well. I was down with the weight loss. I had no more soda, no more Red Bulls. I was cutting it all out. Once this COVID thing hit, I was like, you know what? If we're going to die, I'm going to go die happy. Give me a soda and a Red Bull. And I just started pounding them away. I was like, hell yeah, I'm awake now.
Hell yeah.
Bring it on, man.
And have you done any dating during the pandemic? I have. A little bit.
Oh man, funny you should say dating. I'm gonna get real sad for you, just real quick. 3 weeks ago, I knew I was on borderline divorce number 2 anyway, but we never discussed, how things gonna be split up. Well, 3 weeks ago, I come home to an empty house.
Oh
and
no!
It was gone. Everything. She left me a mattress and the little TV that was in our room, and that was it. Yeah, it's total surprise. And
oh my God.
So lately I've been trying to I don't want to date, but I want to talk,
right.
Just to get myself back out there because I don't feel normal in any way. And I did the Facebook dating app thing. Let me tell you, that's a lie.
My phone doesn't even give me the option for Facebook dating. It's like, you know what, girl, you screwed up enough times. We're not even going to let you fuck around on this.
I'm pretty sure mine's borderline ready to do that because I love older women. I always have, just older things. I don't know what it is. But people lie about their age on this, I'm realizing. This woman was 55 years old, and she said that she was 41. And I was like,
wow.
No, man. I wanted to call her Methany because that's just what she looked like. There's no teeth and everything, and just her body was shaking. I was like, can you take the still picture for crying out loud? Everything was a blur. So I was like, yeah, I'm done.
I met this perfect guy on like the sleaziest of sites, Plenty of Fish. And we were together. I know, thanks. We were together for maybe like a month, but he lives 2 hours away from me, and he has this crazy work schedule. And like when I'm awake, he's sleeping. When I'm sleeping, he's awake. So it it didn't work out
Yeah,
at
it
all.
wasn't gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was supposed to be his sponsor. He was trying to like quit drinking, cut down on other things, and my drinking increased. My weed intake increased, and
Oh
then
man.
he actually got me hooked on nicotine gum.
Oh,
I've
so you can be
never
hyper all around.
I have never smoked in my, like, I've smoked here and there, but I don't like cigarettes. But the nicotine gum gives you like, and this is like a horrible advertisement for nicotine gum, but it gives you like this dopamine rush, and it just makes me have energy and feel good. And I know it's not good for me, but I'm
Oh
just
my
a
God.
horrible
Through Red Bull,
sponsor.
I
But I
want
found
that.
out I was a cool girlfriend.
That's like the title now. It's not just girlfriend, it's cool girlfriend.
That's right. If you
I
need
had
a
a
sponsor and you want your activity to increase, contact me.
that's right. You know, I'll be jotting down this number later on, you know. Looks like I'm gonna have to take trips to New York or something now. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got off that website though, and it's amazing because I was on there maybe, I don't know, a year or two, or no, maybe, yeah, a year ago, and there was the same people on there as
Yeah,
last year.
the same people. Same people. It's
It's
crazy. It's
insane.
when this is my second marriage that is failing, unfortunately. My first one, right after my divorce went through, I had a stomach surgery. I had these lumps in my stomach, and I was living with a buddy of mine. Well, while I was in the hospital getting my surgery, he decided to put me on singleparents.com or something like that. It was some weird dating site for parents. He made me this whole profile while I was in the hospital. I'm a bit of a grammar Nazi, so like if someone can't spell, instant turn off, just instant.
Yes,
There's a
I
difference
agree.
between typo and someone who can't spell. There's a big difference, and a lot of people will get scared of that. But I was going through all these emails, and I was like, oh my God, no! What? Geez, these people are working in this world. And I came across this one lady, and she was a second grade teacher, and we got to talking. I liked how she put paragraphs and everything, so I was like, oh wow, she knows what she's doing. So we get to talking, and we decided to meet up. And the place we met up was directly across the street from where I was staying, like right across the street. So I walked over because I wasn't allowed to drive at the time still because of my injury stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I thought it's perfect. Well, um, the point of this one is guys can get raped too.
Oh no.
So it was a good night. We had great conversation, and I think her alcohol intake gave her some extra courage because she goes, "Can we go out on the balcony?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." She started making out with me. Okay, okay, that's good. Then she stuck my hand down her pants and was like, "See, I wore no panties for you." And I was like, oh, "Okay, okay, a little too fast for me, you know."
Yeah, I would say.
He's like, "Because I'm not like a typical guy. I just can't rush into that stuff and just no. There's gotta be feelings developed. I know I'm corny." And
No, not at all.
she's like, let me give you a ride home." I was like, "Sweetheart, I live across the street." Why would I? She's like, "No, really, I just want to bring you." So fine, you just bring me. And she had one of these cars where when you lock the doors, the locks go flush with the door, and you can't open it.
Oh
Like
no.
she locked the door, she moved the seat back and just straddled me. And I'm like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" She started ripping my pants off. I've never been more scared in my life. She was just going, she's like, "What's the matter? Don't you want this?" And I was like, "Well, it's not that I don't. It's what's going through my head is how many times you've done this."
Yes.
She popped me in the head so hard. And she's like, "You knocked out now?" And I was like, "No." She goes, "Well, come on, let's get this done." I'm like, "Oh my God, even after that, you still want to do this?" I managed to pop the door open. I don't even know how. And my friend's mom, who was visiting from Oklahoma, she's an alcoholic and was drinking whiskey. And she's on the front porch at like 3 in the morning. "Boston, is that you? Quit playing in the car and come inside." Yeah, completely oblivious to me screaming help. And I'm just like, "Lisa, help me." "Boston, you can help yourself." Oh my God.
Oh my God.
She pushed me out of the car, ran over my leg, and just, yeah, it was wild. So, yeah, it was scary.
That's
The,
crazy.
the female mind, the female mind I learned is so many twists and turns. And
Oh,
wow,
we are filthier than men. We are way filthier than men.
you 100% are. I agree. Absolutely
Yes.
agree.
I pulled the no panty move recently. My friend hooked me up with her friend, and he was like, oh, because he always sees me my pictures in the miniskirts and stuff. Well, wear a miniskirt, he's like, and surprise me, no panties or not. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I've never done anything like that before, and I was like, I'm going pantyless. Fuck it. And
that is awesome.
yeah, shit went down, and no rape involved. But I didn't have to drug him. He didn't have to drug me. It was nice.
You didn't feel a little loopy or nothing, did you? You
No.
know?
And
remember,
he did give me a little piece of an edible marijuana cookie.
Oh man.
Which was
boy.
great. So I mean, after that kicked in, we just we watched The Hateful Eight on Netflix, and we were just both spacing out into the TV.
I'm new to the marijuana world.
Yes.
For the longest time, I was against it, and a few years ago, I got diagnosed with spinal stenosis. So I have like zero feeling in my legs, and my lower back just sucks. And well, a friend of mine was like, "Look, man," he's like, "it helps. If you don't like it, no harm, no foul." I found out that I really like smoking.
Yes.
A lot. It's so
I was never
beneficial.
into the marijuana either.
Oh,
Never.
man.
And then I have PTSD, so it was prescribed for that so I could sleep at night because
Nice.
I have wicked insomnia with that. Like every little noise, I'm grabbing my baseball bat and out of bed. Like it was just horrible. So, and the first time, actually, I didn't smoke it at first. I took the pills.
Yep.
And they just knock you completely out. And then I did get the vape, and I do enjoy it. I really do.
But my ex sent me a text, and she goes, "Hey, when you get home, I brought you home a Rice Krispie treat. It's on the table." She neglected to tell me that it wasn't edible.
Oh,
so
no.
it was a good sized brick too. It was pretty big. So I go home. I was like, I'm going to town on this. And it smells kind of funny, but whatever. Tastes good.
Yeah.
So she comes home about a half hour later. She goes, "Did you save me any of that?" And I was like, "Save you what?" She goes, "Rice Krispie treat." I didn't know I was supposed to. She goes, "Matt, where is it?" It's in my belly. She goes, "Go to bed. Get upstairs and go to bed right now." And while I was so scared, I was like, "Why? Am I poisoned or something?" She goes, "No, that was edible, and just go to bed." So I get upstairs in our room, and she comes up to check on me. I'm literally at the TV counting the pixels on it to make sure it's 1080p. Yeah, that was probably the most embarrassing moment.
Yeah, I found out that you're not supposed to eat a lot of that stuff too. Like I see them, the candy bars, and I mean, it looks like a real candy bar. So why wouldn't you eat the whole thing?
Why you're faced with temptation on multiple levels at that point because you want the chocolate, and then if you're already high, you really want the chocolate after that.
Exactly, and it like slowly creeps up on you too. So you're thinking, "Oh, this isn't working. Like, should I eat some more?"
Nowhere.
Yeah,
totally. And this my friend now, he owns 2 dispensaries in Colorado.
Oh,
and
cool.
So he brings back stuff, and I had a 50 milligram little gummy. I have no idea what the milligrams mean still. So I ate that bad boy. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I think my pills are like 9.25 or 9.75 milligrams. So that 50, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I woke up, I had a weed hangover. Like I was so groggy in the morning. I was like, wow. No headache, no nothing, but I was, that groggy feeling, like you just, you can't think, you can't do anything, and all you crave is water.
And oh my God, do you get the intense munchies from it? Because I sure do. My whole bedroom turns into like a snack bar past like 10 o'clock.
Last night I did actually. I was like, I eat dinner so early with my son, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order a pizza at like 9 o'clock at night. So I ordered a pizza at 9 o'clock at night, and I was standing outside my door. And the kid comes, he's like, "You order a pizza?" And I was like, "Damn right I did, buddy." And then I woke up this morning. I was like, "I ordered pizza? Oh my God!" Yeah, I'm learning all sorts of stuff with this whole smoking thing now.
Yeah, me too, definitely. But it is great for pain because I have chronic pain too, and it definitely helps with that. Like, it's got a lot of benefits to it. It really does.
It really does. And after I did a lot of reading, I felt a little more comfortable with it. So it was good. It's really good. I could talk
Yeah,
about this all day.
I know we could. We really, really could.
Heck
And
yeah,
I
man.
think
That
maybe
is,
more and more people are doing it now that COVID-19 and the whole pandemic broke out.
yes, yeah. I have a neighbor who's from Jamaica. So he has some really good connections, and I've had some. It was pure red. It was red weed.
Wow.
Oh boy, that's the epitome of one and done.
I have
And
never seen red weed.
one bowl, what a hit, done. I was like, what the hell, bro? This is wild. So I went over to his place and started playing the steel drums.
Nice.
I decided to set the mood.
I'll start writing jokes and then I forget what the hell I'm thinking
Yep.
or saying like halfway through. It's like my
Yeah, you go.
IQ just like drops like 40 points.
I've learned that if I write, if I'm high, I have to write it down. Otherwise, it goes away. But I have to do it and combine every story with it. Because I start something, I stop writing. I'll write something the next night, and for some reason it follows through. I'm like, score. All right, so I get a story that I can only make if I'm high. This is awesome. And these things just go through my head. So I get a high story and I don't even know it.
I know, I'll
Evidently,
do that on Facebook too. And at the end, I'll write sponsored by the New York State Medical Marijuana Program because it's like, that's where it's coming from.
That is awesome. Oh, that's great stuff.
Now, have you been sick during this whole pandemic?
Um, no, I thought I had during my birthday in July. My doctor was like, "Well, just to be safe, I want you to get tested because in 2009 I had a really bad case of pneumonia, I guess,
Yeah.
where I wasn't even able to breathe on my own. And the symptoms I was showing, he was just like, I just want to be safe. I was like, okay. During that time is when we had like a random spike here in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of a quick result, it lasted almost a little over 2 weeks. So for my birthday, I had to sit in my room and do nothing. That whole 2 week period, I was just sitting there like, I don't know how people can quarantine for so long because after 2 weeks of just isolation, I was ready to
Yes.
lose it. And when I got the email that I was good, I just went right. I ran out of my house. I was gone. I was like outside. I wanted to give people hugs, but that's still against the law.
Yeah, I know. I had to quarantine twice. The first time I
Oh
did
my
have it,
god.
I actually had COVID-19 back in March, and then they thought I had it again, so I had to quarantine again. And
Oh my god.
yeah, but the quarantines were over, you're right. I went out. The first time I just went and just drove. Like I live in the country, so I just drove around the countryside like, oh, this is amazing. Like,
Oh, I mean, mentally,
it's
it really
great.
plays a number on you.
It does. Since then, I've had bronchitis 3 times. I had the
Oh my
flu,
god.
and now I'm feeling under the weather again today. Like it feels like maybe another bout of bronchitis. Like, oh, it never ends. And it really does give you like, they're saying it gives people chronic fatigue syndrome. And I agree.
Mhm.
Like I am always just exhausted.
Yeah, my pain gives me that. And
Yeah.
where I played baseball and everything, one of the things I've always had the ability to do is plaque my head. So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm ready for bed, I just close my eyes and I can just go to sleep. It's
Oh,
always
you're
freaked out my
lucky.
mom. Oh, it freaks out my mom because if she was yelling at me, I'd zone out, and she knew I was doing it because I don't blink, and she'd have to flick me in the head and be like, "Snap out of it! I'm still not done yelling at you."
It takes me, I will be so tired and I feel like I could fall asleep any second. And then the minute my head hits the pillow, I'm awake for like 3 hours. It's like, what the fuck? Like all the stupid shit just goes in your head. Like what I have to do tomorrow? What I have to do the next day? Like just stupid shit. What do I have to get at the grocery store? Like, it's like, just shut the fuck up, brain. And like, let me sleep.
Just talk to me for an hour. You'll be bored.
I'll video message you next time then.
Nick, you'll have to. I'm like, you know what? If I can't sleep, you can't sleep. I'll talk to you.
That's right. Now, have you done any kind of Zoom shows or have you done any kind of work while
Um,
this has been going on?
I've been doing a lot of writing. My ex now, she was not a big, yeah, she just did not support me in any way of what I wanted to do. So it was kind
Yeah.
of a downer. I hit a lot of writer's block, and every time I thought I'd come up with something, it just failed miserably. I've done
Yeah.
open mics just to see if I can still develop a rhythm, but I think she ruined my confidence for so long. Everything I wrote seems good. I've read it to some people, even people I don't know, just to get an opinion. And they say, yeah, it's good, but
Yeah.
like my delivery is off. My delivery is completely off, and it sucks, because I want
Yeah.
to. The way I cope with things is when I make someone laugh, it makes me feel better.
Yes, me
It's
too.
like my own therapy.
It is. It's
And I,
like
and,
free
and I
therapy.
don't know exactly. It's free. I can vent to these people. They think it's a joke, yet I'm telling my life.
I know. I know. I'm telling the tragedies of my life too, and they're just laughing, and but it does make me feel better, like a little less crazy, you know. And I had the same experience. My ex-boyfriend, he did not allow me to do comedy at all the entire time I was with him. It was 2 years.
My.
Very controlling. I wasn't allowed to talk to other comedians. I wasn't allowed to do anything.
No bueno.
So yeah. So when I broke up with him, I think it maybe just like a couple months afterwards, I got back into it. And you're right. Like when you first get up there, you feel kind of lost again. Like it's your
Yeah,
first
I felt
time.
lost. I felt extremely lost. And
Yeah.
but some of the stuff I wrote, like it was based on real stuff. Like one of the things that stood out, and it was so ironic how it worked out. It was almost like it was meant to happen. When I my son's gonna be 14 in December, and that scares the ever loving hell out of me because I know when I was 14, I know what I was doing, what I was doing it with, and that's something I can never get back. And just as I was thinking that, my son sends me a text, Dad, we gotta talk.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. Oh, here we go. He's gonna have a random question. This is not good. I'm
Yeah.
not prepared for this. So my mind is going nuts. I'm delaying the response, and I finally was like, okay, buddy, what's up, man? Anything you need. And he goes, can you get me a PS5? Yes. Yes, I can. Because now I know he's taking his gaming like seriously and not
Yes.
focusing on the girls. So it works.
That is great.
So
My nephew's into the gaming too, and it has saved a lot of worry for my brother and his wife, definitely.
yeah,
Because all they're doing is sitting in their room. I mean, they do swear and shit at people, but if that's the worst they're doing, like that's
yeah,
fantastic.
let him swear. Because like it's like I even tell my son, because like his mom, one of the things is her being from here, she's she's not used to swearing as much as me. And I didn't even know I swear as much until I moved here.
Yeah.
Like at all. I had no idea I cuss so much. It took my 89-year-old neighbor, we were talking and she says, um, are you where are you from? I was, I'm from Boston, why? And she's like, you say the F word an awful lot.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I swore either until my 2.5-year-old son started repeating it. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Yes. My dad's like, his first word is going to be fuck. I'm like, no, no, no. Luckily, it was not. Thank God. But if I step
That's
on a
hilarious.
toy or something, I'm like, oh, shit. And then he'll be like, oh, shit. And it's like, no, 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 no. Poops. Oh, poops. I'm getting
That
a
is
lot
funny.
better at it, thank God. Now I'm doing this cool thing. I'm doing a haunted cave tour where I
Yes,
play
what
a
is that about?
yeah, I play this dead girl that was sent to hell. I work with this demon, and he's funny too, and he's an improv actor, and he's really great. And I have to tell jokes for my freedom, although I will never get free. And so
Ah,
yeah.
oh,
Now
that sounds so fun.
most people really enjoy it. However, one last night, there's this thing, they mail you this severed finger. It looks like a real finger, and you have to bring it to this demon to get a beating heart. And when you bring it upstairs, you get a free t-shirt, you get a free pound of fudge. And this lady last night brings in this mannequin hand trying to get the beating heart. And he was like, that's not a finger, that's a hand. And she got so mad. And I started telling a joke, and she's like, oh no, 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 no. And she just like ran. I was like, okay. Have a nice night.
That's wild.
It really
I
is.
yeah, I particularly love Halloween. Growing up, the hometown I'm from was right next to Salem, so
Oh,
it's
cool.
oh man, so all the trickery and all this, and me and my cousin used to, um, yeah, we were little assholes. We used to hide in the porta potties, and when someone would walk by, we would just bust out and scare the everyone hell out of them. Yeah, we got punched a few times.
Yeah, I love Halloween. I've never done like a Halloween event though. This is my first time, and I love it. When I hear people screaming, because we're kind of like further up in the cave, and everybody's below us, and they have to walk
Right.
upstairs to get to us, and you just hear people screaming. I just laugh every time, like. Although it was a little sad last night. This 15-year-old girl was like hysterically crying because she was so terrified. So we're not allowed to break out of character, but the girl that does the jump scare after me had to break out of character and tell her, hey,
Yeah,
I'm human. It's okay. I'll bring you upstairs. And luckily she was okay after that.
Right.
But yeah.
I love the haunted houses. The haunted houses around here are really not all that scary. They try to do this thing. It's like, you know how on Facebook where you see where they have the stills of the people scared at that moment and you see the groups. I'm usually the one in the background, like, because I'm expecting it the whole time. And I don't think jump scares to me are scary, like, at all.
Yeah.
So
it's
they
pretty cool in the
kind of bore me.
caves. It's really cool in the caves because you can't see shit.
Yeah, that sets the tone. That totally sets the mood for it. I'd be scared of shit going into a cave.
Yeah.
First of all, the first instinct in my head is bats.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I was like, who has a net? Because I'm going to be catching some fucking bats. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, we have like these little girls. I mean, not little, but I mean, they're like little in size. They're probably like 16, 17 years old, and they can fit into the rocks, into the caves where you can't see them at all.
Oh my God.
So then they'll start crying. They start singing creepy songs. Like, it's great.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I need to go
there. I need to see that. I'm going to have to make a trip.
Yeah, it's really cool. It runs through October 30th. On actual Halloween, they're doing something for children, so I won't be a part of that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, when I do see kids come up, I do switch my jokes to, kind of corny kids jokes.
Exactly.
Which is fun too to see because they actually laugh.
Speaking of funny little kid corny jokes, my son told me a joke yesterday, and I about lost it. I thought it was clever. He goes, "Dad, what generation is Forrest Gump?" And I was like, I don't know. What I would say a boomer. Why? And he goes, Gen A. I was like, Logan, man, that's great.
That is great. He's following in his daddy's footsteps.
Definitely, man. He thought that was. He read that somewhere, and the way he said it and how he did it, it was so confident, straight face, and he's like, "Why are you laughing? Is it that funny?" I'm like, "You don't try to do that." I was like, "You might have Boston blood in you, man, but you're a Kansas City kid. Don't try to be dry."
Has he's lived his whole life in Kansas City, or?
Yeah. He's born here. Yep.
Okay.
Daddy was.
Nice.
Scary stuff.
I'm also going to be on this TV show. It's a Philadelphia station. It's going to be live on Facebook and live on YouTube called Comics in Life. That
is awesome.
Yeah, with Stefan Braxton. I'll have to hook you up on that too. It's cool. He has people from around the country type in questions just about like general life.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to give our, our funny answers.
Even prior to 2012 getting into comedy, I've always been a fan of it, of course. Just, I love to laugh. Lenny Clark, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a Boston comedian. Lenny's a great, great guy. And I've worked with him. I'm in 2 movies. And I was in Fever Pitch with him. And talk about a guy that just knows how to keep a crowd full of hot people. And when I say hot, temperature hot, just because we're trying to play a springtime, but we're filming in summer.
Oh, geez.
So it was dreadful. And he just had so many fun ways to keep people entertained and just talking. And then Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore. Oh, my goodness. When Drew gave me a kiss on my cheek, I was like, I'm never watching this again. And Jimmy Fallon had to eat 52 hot dogs for the scene we were filming that day. And he had a choice. He can finish the bite, or someone was literally following him with a trash can. And after we were done, I said, Jimmy, great job, good job, entertaining us and providing lunch. And can I get you a hot dog? No, I don't want any more hot dogs ever again. He didn't like that I offered him a hot dog. I would have bought him one too. You know, I'm a nice guy.
That's pretty cool. You were in 2 movies. What was the other one?
The Surrogates with Bruce Willis. I was an extra in that.
Oh,
Um,
that's
I,
cool.
I was. It was one of those situations where, because it was in my hometown in Lynn, Massachusetts. I
Hmm.
was walking home from somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, look, they're filming the movie today." And some guy was like, "You walk down the street, and when I say drop, just drop to the ground." Oh, okay. And we did this drop thing, and it's like when all these people just dropped because they were robots, and that's how
Ah.
people were living their lives. They were called surrogates.
Oh
It's an
yeah, I
interesting
remember that
movie.
movie. I
Yeah,
loved that movie.
yeah, yeah.
I
That
used to
whole
watch
thing
that
was
movie all the time.
was just filmed, like, I think it was like 2007. It was filmed in, or 2008 rather. It came out in 2009. And Bruce Willis, I didn't get to meet him, but I've seen him on set. He's a guy that stays in character and totally in character.
Oh
Like
wow.
you, yeah, he's serious about his job, and it was pretty cool to see that.
That is cool. And I did some acting too, and it's not easy to make yourself fall because you don't want to.
No, no, because when we heard our cue, so many people had to redo it because they didn't fall right or they didn't do this. I'm like, really? People don't know how to fall? All I
Yeah.
did was just undo my knees. I was just like, and I just dropped and I got cut up on my elbow because it was just drop.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm like, whatever, it's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. I look at Michael Richards when he did Kramer, like he was falling all the time. Like that's a
Yeah,
lot. That's a lot of talent. Like people don't think that, but that is.
it's
It really is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know why actors get paid the way to do, because after seeing how Fever Pitch was filmed, that one scene that we were doing took 8.5 hours for one
Yes.
scene. That's it. It was like they have to match it. And when you're filming at Fenway Park, the airport's right there. So every 5 minutes, the Farley brothers cut, reset, do this, and I'm like, oh my god,
I've
it was
heard
like
they're
a
great to
nightmare.
work with, the Farrelly brothers. They're
They
a
are
lot of fun.
awesome. They are so cool. They got lunch for everybody. They joke on set. It was such a cool experience.
That's awesome. Yeah, when I think I was like 7 or 8, I was an extra in some movie and it was like a 30-second scene and it took, yeah, like 8.5 hours. And I was like, wow, this
Yeah,
is
all the
intense.
retakes. When they were,
Yes.
I remember being about 10 or 11 years old, and my cousin who lived in Salem, the one I was telling you about, I remember when they were filming Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah.
They shut down the whole Salem Commons right from the beginning, where they're walking out of the school and Allison says trick or treat and gives them the number back.
Yeah.
That's where we're watching it, because that's right there in Salem, and they were there all day for that one scene. They had
Wow.
everything blocked, trucks everywhere, and the house we were staying at was right in the background, the yellow house. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible. That's really cool. And I was so excited to see that movie when it came out. So I was like, I
Yeah.
watched them do that. Oh, that little kid. I was
And
happy as
I don't know your experience, but craft services is usually amazing. Which for people that don't know what that is that when they feed you on set and it's I was on the set of
Yes.
Blue Bloods a couple of times and oh my god, they had like prime rib for us and like all kinds of really
Oh
good
man.
stuff. Yeah.
You met Donnie?
What's that?
You get to meet Donnie?
I did. Yes, I
Yeah.
did. I did.
Yeah,
He's really cool, very
he's
personable.
mad cool. Yes, he is. I New Kids on the Block, they were another one local by me.
Oh
Um
yeah.
yeah, they were I used to go to this place called it's called Club America, and this guy Frank ran it, and it was an alternative to the Boys and Girls Club because that place got full. So he made this place, as another place. And they used to perform all the time, and they would come and help us. All of them, all five of them, they were so cool. Like, just, and everyone's like, "Why are you a New Kids fan?" I'm like, because it goes deeper than just being a fan. Like,
Yeah.
when you know them on a personal level, it's so different,
Yeah.
And with everything they did for the community, it's so good.
Yeah, I got to be on the set of Blue Bloods because I was friends with High Pitch Eric from the Howard Stern show, and he's on the show, and
Really? That's
they
so
treat him,
awesome.
yeah, they treat him so great. It's nice. Like Donnie and him are like buddy buddy. It's really cool. They treat him awesome, and they actually filmed next to Gotham. You remember that show?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I never got to go on that set, but I did see a couple of them a few times. That was pretty cool. Where can we find you on social media?
Um, the other Matt LeBlanc, even though I haven't really posted much lately. But it's the other Matt LeBlanc is all I got going right now because I'm not good at marketing myself. Because despite my other situation there, now that that's over, I can probably start doing it a little bit more.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about your name. You probably get reservations like that, right? The name
Man,
Matt LeBlanc.
you have no idea. It's one of the funniest things I've ever done. And here in Kansas City, we have a outside shopping center called Zona Rosa, and they have an outside stage, which is right behind an Italian restaurant. And they just use it for music venues, little weekend gigs and stuff. Well, I made these flyers to put all around the area that said, "Meet Matt LeBlanc on this day at the Zona Rosa stage." I didn't reference Friends. I didn't reference Joey. I did nothing of the sort. And my friend who drives transportation for the visiting ball clubs that come in town, he's got a nice Yukon going on. So he drove me. And I was like, dude, there's so much traffic going on today because I let it go for a month. And we get down there and I'm like, there's no way. And we get down, the whole area was filled with middle-aged women. And I sat in that truck for a few minutes I don't know if I want to do this. I'm going to be in so much trouble. And yeah, I got my inspiration for that from the Impractical Jokers. Sal was like, if you do that, bring security. I failed to bring security. There was so many women there, and I'm used to having women mad at me, just not all at once. And I had a shoe thrown at me. There was a stiletto because that heel was whizzing by me.
Wow.
And they make noises when they land. I didn't know they were that strong. There was all kinds of stuff being thrown at me. Oh man, I felt so bad. I apologized. I tried to apologize.
Yeah.
And I explained myself. I was like, I didn't reference this or that, and yeah, but your name, you used it to our advantage, and we wanted to meet the actor, and yeah.
Well, you know what? You are Matt LeBlanc. There was no lie.
I did not lie, and that's what saved me because someone tried to file a lawsuit. I never heard of it, but someone did tell me that they tried, and they're like, because it's my actual name, they couldn't do anything.
Right.
And the way I put it out there. Yeah, I didn't reference
associate
anything.
yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was kind of happy I did that because I thought about it for a minute and I was like, how should I do this? I'm happy I didn't go that road.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'd be in a lot more trouble than I am now.
Yeah, you would be. Definitely.
Yes,
You'd be in courts.
Yeah, I'm like, my bad, people. But yeah, it's every time people no matter where I go, people will see my name and be like, is it like the guy from Friends? Yep. Yeah, it's fun at times. Some people think it's fun. I have a shirt that says "How you doing?" in my profile picture.
Yeah, I saw that. I love it.
It's my ironic shirt.
It's very ironic.
Yes, it is. Because people are like, "Oh, how you doing?" It would be funny if Matt LeBlanc. Yeah, I say that.
Yeah. I would definitely say that too. That's a good tagline.
And then fun facts about him. He's also from Boston. He's from Newton, so he's from a few towns over from me. I found out so many cool facts. We have the same name, first, middle, and last.
Oh, wow.
We both have a very special thing in common that I didn't realize until recently. I started going gray at 24. And
Yes.
it all started with a small little speck right here, and it just blew up after that. He started going gray really early, or very early 20s. So everything on the show has died.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that. Yeah, there's so many things I have in common with him that freaks me out. I'm like, wow, man. It's we're like life twins, man. That's pretty badass.
That is pretty badass. That'd be cool if you got to meet him. You ever meet him or no?
Oh, I wanted to. I came so close, and he had to walk away. I was like, no, but we got the same name, man.
I know, right? We're twins.
We're name twins. This is so awesome.
Hell yeah. That is really cool.
Are you drinking Dunkin' Donuts?
Yes.
Heck yes. That's what I'm talking about.
I used to be a Starbucks girl, but goddamn, that's expensive.
Yes, it is, man. People be drinking that Starbucks all over the place here.
I know my ex-husband and I, we would go every day. We calculated it once, and it was over $300 a month we were spending just on coffee. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like a car payment right there.
Yeah, and where I live, the closest one is like 45 minutes away too. So it's like I gotta spend $10 of gas to get
Whoa.
there, and then $10 for the drink.
Oh man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a hike. That's a hike for Starbucks.
it is. It really is. There's not much in this town. The hot spot, like where everybody hangs out, is Walmart.
Well, that makes sense. I can see that country. Yeah. Ammo.
Yeah, definitely. There's like
um,
maybe two bars, maybe just one now in town, and I haven't been to those in years either.
I'm working on my Midwest terminology. Because when I was with my son's mom, I remember one day her going, "Hey, can you go over yonder and grab my towel?" And I remember getting up. I was like, "Yeah, I'll grab it for you." And I'm looking around. What's a yonder?
Yeah, where the fuck is yonder?
I I was like, what is a yonder? Is it the mantle? I thought it was the mantle. I was like, I had never heard of yonder before. And he's like, just over there. I'm like, what? I was like, you added an extra syllable to say there. What's wrong with you? I was
What
like,
they
it's
say
so
up here that really bothers me is they pronounce creek as crick.
crick.
Like,
Yep.
yep. And then the other thing they say is when you say something and they agree with it, they say, like if you say, I love coffee, they would say, so don't I, like a double
So
negative.
nice.
Like,
So don't I? Oh.
yeah. Why don't you just say, so do I? Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand it. But apparently
No,
that's like a whole Eastern, like upstate kind of thing with the so don't I. I just don't,
that hurts
it
my
makes me
ears.
cringe.
Yeah, I say that hurt a little bit.
Yeah, because like you, I'm a grammar Nazi as well. That shit just drives me insane. I
Another a
hate, like,
fun
if
thing
I
they
find
do.
this funny meme, you see this funny meme and you want to post it, but it's got this
Oh,
grammatical error
yes,
in it, you're just like, no, I can't do it. I just can't do
because
it.
they have some will try to word them out and then they forget what the word they put on the first sentence and then they add the additional like I am and they already have I'm on top. And it's like, oh, come on. Like, pay attention, people.
I know,
Come
it's
on.
crazy.
And another fun term here is ope. Like if you were to almost like bump into somebody, ope, you know,
Oh,
they get a door, ope. It's hilarious. They're ope.
that is so weird.
and and learn and still even after 15 years of being here, I still have to learn to avoid certain words with my eyes because some people don't understand what I say. So
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
can I have that maca? And they're like, what? A what? I said a maca. I want the maca. I don't know what a mucka is. No, 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 not a mucka, a maca. And then they try to tell the difference between potty and potty. I'm like, clear as day. To me, it's clear as day.
Like, what is he inviting me to?
Yeah, like, does he want to hold my hand and go to the bathroom? Yeah, I don't think so. Like, we don't do
That's
that.
great.
And and on the East Coast, and I'm sure you can even relate with this. You know, back home, if we were to go to a grocery store and someone's in the same aisle, you just don't make eye contact. You just do what you got to
Yes.
do and you just go. My first time here, the 23-year-old kid in a grocery store, this lady was walking through and she said, "Excuse me, me? What the fuck did I do? What
That's
did
what
I
I would
do to
think
you?"
too.
I was like, "What? You stepping to me? What did I do? Did I do something wrong, lady? Tell me what I did." Well, we
Yeah.
were just in the same aisle. Oh, you were being polite. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Oh my God, I would never deliberately do that to a female ever. And same time at the store, I go to check out, and the girl at the checkout goes, "Do you want a sack?" Girl, you don't know me. You don't know me. Why are you asking that? Do I gotta show you? I mean, I got enough. She goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, what are you asking for? You said something about a sack." She goes, "For your milk." Sweetheart, it's a bag. It's a bag. You can't say sack to me. Don't,
No,
uh-uh.
I would have
That's a,
died too. I would have been like, what?
oh, I was so caught off guard. I'm like, it's not a damn sack. It's a bag. It's so strange here. And that's one of the one I still can't get used to it. They say sack and I snicker like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, it's a sack. And I
I
just
know
leave it at that.
I did a comedy show in Ohio, and they say weird things too, like soda is pop, and a
Yes.
shopping cart is a buggy, I think they call it.
Yeah, they say
Yeah,
buggy. Because we say
yeah.
carriage back home. We'll say it's a grocery carriage. And
Oh,
they
do you
say
say that?
cart. They'll say it's a cart here. And I'm like, no, man, it's a carriage. I even got the sign from the Stop and Shop to prove it. Put carriages here. I carry that picture everywhere. I'm like, see, prove me wrong now.
It's great. The differences around the country is really great with the different things people say.
It is. It's so fascinating because we're in the same country yet
I
so different.
I know.
And
The
even in the
South too, they
Midwest.
got great things too. The South.
Yes, I had to go to Texas to go pick up a dog for a lady I worked with because she rescues dogs. So I brought a buddy with me to take the ride down, and I've always wanted to go to Texas, and I was like, you know what,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go to an authentic Texas restaurant. So we did just that, and the lady goes, "What would you like to drink?" And I was like, "A Coke," and she's staring at me with this blank stare, and I'm like, "A Coke, please?" And she goes, "Honey, what kind of Coke? Do you want a Coke, Dr. Pepper Coke, Sprite Coke?" Oh, what? A Coke? And she goes, "Okay, that's all you had to say." Okay, then.
Oh, Coke.
Everything is a Coke. Even Pepsi's a Coke.
Wow,
Everything is a Coke.
that's weird.
It
Oh,
drove me bonkers.
somebody's trying to call me. There we go. I'm back.
Boo!
Zoom is supposed to like intercept calls and not let them through, but I don't know what the fuck is going on with Zoom lately. Like,
Like, who
in
does
order to
that to Matt
record,
LeBlanc? Who's doing that to Matt LeBlanc? I don't think so. How you doing?
like even their app, like I go on it to start a meeting, it won't start, so I have to restart my phone. I go on the website, it's like I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe too many people are using it. I don't know.
Yeah, Zoom's been a class act ever since this whole thing started.
Yeah, in November when this whole K thing is over, I'm going to start doing Zoom shows, producing them, and
Oh,
definitely want
really?
you on. I definitely want you on.
Oh, bring it on. I would love to.
Hell yeah, because
Absolutely.
they are a lot of fun. They are.
You're a
It's
rock
kind of
star,
weird at
man.
first, but it's cool because they only see you from here up, so you can wear whatever the fuck you want on the bottom. You can be naked if you want. Nobody would know. I mean,
That'd be fun.
I never did that, but I wore like pajama shorts and stuff. Like nobody.
Because then I'd be like sitting there, I'd be looking like, oh, can I possibly see that? I'm like, you need to move
Exactly.
your camera. You know?
And you can tell. I mean, you can even if you don't know a new joke, you can write it down and put it like off screen, and you can read it.
Exactly. Yeah, you can just kind of develop it as it goes.
Yeah, because
Well, that's,
sometimes, and I know other comics do this. I think all of us do it. You get up there and sometimes you blank out, and it's like,
yep,
fuck.
guilty.
Yes.
Guilty. I was watching this crowd and they just weren't feeling anything. Like there was a couple snickers in the audience, and I'm like, this is gonna be a bad night. This is gonna be a bad night. And all it took was someone to say something about yodeling midgets to get someone laughing. I totally rolled with it. Totally rolled with it. I pulled a Larry the Cable Guy. Like I seriously did. I was like, I'm a lot like Larry the Cable Guy because I dated a midget and I was nuts over her. Them little fuckers loved it. They loved it, and they never even heard him say it before. And I'm like, how do you not know that he said that? That's one of the greatest ones ever. I love that one.
That is
And
hilarious.
they they ate it up. They actually ate. I was like, wow, y'all are a good group.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for the caverns thing, I took a lot of famous quotes about death and stuff from Jerry Seinfeld,
Jerry.
George Carlin, Johnny Carson, and that kind of. Those are like the most popular ones. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with that because they told me I didn't have to write my own stuff. So
Oh,
I
really?
did, I did. But then I was like, you know what? And people don't realize that these are other comedians' jokes either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a few, and I didn't know that it was normal to do in the comedy world. There's so many premises that are identical. And
Yes.
I didn't know that. I had no idea. So when I'm thinking of things to say or even just put out there, I'm trying not even to follow that premise. But people are like, that's so unavoidable, dude. It's like you got to put your perspective on things, and that's how it becomes yours.
Yes.
So I was nervous about offending somebody. Not that I, want to deliberately do that. And so after I let those nerves go, that's when writing came a little bit better for me. Because then I was like, okay, I can just start basing stuff on things. And um, Marty Caproni he's from Massachusetts. He's in Southern Mass. He's at his own comedy club. One of the funniest people I've ever seen. Just he can pick up a bad crowd just with nothing.
Nice.
And the last time I went to one of his shows, I was back home, and this one girl started texting while he was on stage, and he goes, "Who you texting, sweetheart? What are you doing?" "Oh, my kids." It's like, "Oh, well, come up here. Let's take a picture for them." And he made her take a selfie of them too, while he was on stage to her kids. I was like, "That's great right there, man. I love doing that.
That's
I would
great.
totally do that."
I did a lot of
And
shows
then
with
after the
Dad.
show, she thought I was him. She thought that I was him after the show. We don't even really look alike. And she goes, "I thought you were really funny." And I was like, "You looking? You talking about what?" She's like, "No, you were really good up there." I was like, "I was? When did I go up there?" "Oh, don't be silly. We took a picture." "Oh, okay." It was very awkward.
I would say so. Yeah, that is pretty awkward.
He made it very awkward. And I have no like space boundaries. I don't care. People can violate space anytime they want.
Yeah,
And because this whole COVID thing, I don't care. As soon as this is over, I want a hug. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna hug people. I
yeah,
don't even care. I just need a damn hug, like an authentic, real hug.
I
And,
know.
and I got in trouble for wearing my free hug shirt, and I guess not acceptable at these times. I didn't know that I was being unacceptable. My bad. Should I go to my room and play my PlayStation?
You should. You should.
I'll think about what I did, and I won't do it again. I love silly shirts. They're like one of the things, one of my characteristics. And I have this
Yeah.
one. It's all black, and it has very fine print, like on the shoulder. And it has two reactions normally. It normally gets a laugh. Sometimes I'll get slapped because it says, once they come in and read it, it says, "Nosy little fucker, aren't you?" Yeah, yeah, that
Nice.
one got me good slaps. Yeah.
My signature, I guess, is boob shirts. I guess.
Well, I don't have that problem. I mean, not yet anyway. If I eat a few more burgers, I will.
Well, that's good. That's good. They're just unavoidable. I mean, I could wear a turtleneck and they'd probably be popping up off the top. I can't help it.
Oh man, I don't know why, but Sally the camel comes to mind. Damn it, Barney.
That's great. Well, I've had a great time talking with you today. Definitely.
Oh,
We'll definitely
it
have to
was
come back on another time.
absolutely. This was so fun getting to talk to you.
It was a
Although I
lot of
gotta
fun.
say, you kind of freaked me out a little bit, not in a bad way. You look a lot like my ex-wife.
Oh no.
The only thing different is that your eyes are bigger and they're blue.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'll have to show you a comparison shot. I will. I will after this. That oh my God, you look so much like her. It freaks me out.
You
When
know
I
what's
first saw
freaky?
your picture, I was like, oh. You're like a prettier version though.
Thank you. And a cooler version.
Oh yeah, a lot cooler. You seem a little bit more sane too.
Yeah.
Because you actually know how to smile and tell a joke. So that's a bonus already.
Yes. Hell yeah. My ex-husband looks like Adam Sandler, so when I see an Adam Sandler movie,
Oh
that's kind of freaky
no.
too. Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know how I can live with that one. Oh boy.
It's weird. It's like, is that Shane? No, that's Adam.
That
It's
is great.
definitely weird. Yeah. I used to work with Adam's nephew, Jared Sandler. He's really
Jared,
good.
yep.
Yeah.
Adam filled That's My Boy, Grown Ups, and he's filming another one. Well, he just got done filming in my hometown again.
Oh,
And
cool.
I was actually home visiting when he was filming That's My Boy. And I was like, Adam, I was like, how you feel about being around a bunch of Red Sox fans? He's like, well, the only time that I'm a Red Sox fan, buddy, is when I'm around you crazy assholes. He was he was so fan friendly. He signed for everybody,
Oh, that's
and just
great.
such a cool guy.
That
Absolutely
is
cool guy.
awesome. Because sometimes you meet like some of your comedy heroes and they're not so friendly. And
True story. I won't even get into that one.
yeah, I won't either. I don't want to name blast.
Yeah.
But like
Indeed.
I'm always personal. But it's like, why not? You're
Yeah, why not? Exactly. Is why not is the thing. And Kevin Hart, when he was filming um, Central Intelligence, it was again filmed in Lynn, Massachusetts at the high school. He told everybody he's going to be right back out after a scene. He's going to film or a sign for everybody. Well, he came back out and he pretty much told everyone to screw off.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was not good. And I was
Oh
like,
no.
oh man, yeah, people got video of it, and I was like, oh come on, man, and it kind of ruined him for me a little bit because I always thought he was kind of cool, and I hope he was just
Yeah.
having a bad day,
It could
and
be. Yeah, you never know.
because
Something
it
bad could
happened.
have
So
happened.
I'm quick to like not judge that or anything because something just could have happened in there, and we don't know.
Yeah.
So when people tell me that, I'm like, you don't know what happened. Something could have
No.
happened personally with his family, his daughter that he was carrying. It could have been anything.
Yeah,
So it's like I quickly
exactly.
defended it, but I was just like, people quick jump to conclusions way too quick.
Yeah. I heard stories about Louis C.K. not being friendly, which is weird because he was inviting people to watch him jerk off. So how can you not be friendly and do that? Like that has to be kind of
Exactly.
inviting, right? Hey, come on,
Yeah,
people.
so you have to be a little bit inviting. Maybe some people didn't have the right equipment, I guess. That's something I can think of.
Maybe not, and I don't find him to be like super creepy because people could have walked out. They didn't have to stay and watch. Like
Yeah,
they could have
he
left.
was fine. I think when he was here, he was fine. He was doing his little signing thing after and everything. He seemed to be okay. Um,
But
I just want to. I heard he's getting back into it, and
yes.
that kind of freaks me out because I don't know. Instead of it being called a shit show, I heard it's going to be called a spit show. That was bad. It just came to my mind. I had to get it out. No pun intended. You know.
He is one of my favorites though. He's fucking hilarious.
And he is. He's great. He's an icon, man. And people
Yeah.
do stupid stuff. We all do.
Yeah. Definitely. Who inspires you in comedy? My major one is George Carlin. Like I fall asleep to him at night. I eat, breathe,
George
and like
Carlin.
sleep Carlin. Yeah.
I really, really liked George Carlin because he kept it real and
He did.
when it's 100% original and even like Richard Pryor,
Yes.
just his presence. It's like when he walked out on stage, everybody forgot about everything in life and they just focused.
Yep.
And ironically, one of the funniest things when I go to work, it's weird because when I wear my moods, like you can see it on my face, and people rely on me for a good day. If they're having a bad day, Boston, make us laugh,
Yeah.
And I'll crack jokes all day. I'll put it in our like team chat and everything. I'll just say something stupid. And but people are like when they see me not in a good mood, they don't know how to feel or act. They like, oh man, they're just not. Yeah, people having days today.
Yeah.
So it's like when I feel that, but when I know that and that they're all looking at me like that, it's a good feeling, because
Definitely.
I can go someplace and just be me and be happy about it.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's cool. It's cool. I have that support somewhere else, But
Yeah.
now
I'm
that
kind of
my
cursed.
life
Like
is
I
going a
take
different
on the
direction,
moods of
so
others. Like if somebody's
yeah,
really depressed, like all of a sudden I feel depressed. And
it's the cancer in me. I feel everything. You
yes.
know,
I think
sometimes it's a
most of us
blessing,
comedians
and
are like that.
yeah, yes, they do. You have to be. I think.
Yeah.
Because you have to adjust the moods in a room because you can feel that energy.
Oh yeah.
And I got to have lunch with John Lovitz, and when someone's not laughing at him, he'll make you laugh. He was great. But yeah, I like the older comedians. Just even like the kings of comedy. And
Yes.
seeing that when I was a kid, that's kind of where, wow, I wanna be funny, and it's. I find if you're just naturally yourself, things just work. Because I'm not afraid to
Yes.
make a fool of myself. I'm not afraid to speak out loud. I don't hold my thoughts back. And I found that to be like the best comedy thing ever. And
Yes,
where people
definitely.
sit down and try to think of their own scenarios. And it's like, you don't have to think of them. They just happen. Like
Yeah.
my whole being from Boston thing, people ask, oh, you talk funny. Where are you from? One day I was at a store. The kid goes, oh man, you talk funny. Where you from? And I just had it. Like I just did not want to sit there and talk Boston or nothing that day. And I go, Massachusetts, Massachusetts, Massachusetts. That's in Boston, right? I can't win. I cannot win. I was like, you know what? Screw you, kid. Go back to school.
Yeah, right. Learn your
Oh,
geography.
yeah, get the geography to a level. I was like, man, I didn't even know how to respond to that. Like, it angered me. That's in Boston, right? You dumbass. You know?
That's great. That's really great. Well, thanks again for being a guest.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And everybody enjoy your week and be kind to one another. And
Yes.
goodbye.
Bye.